Anyway, anyway, so continuing, so going to the tech industry now. So for some updates, now we've been talking about the issue that is the tech giants, as I mentioned earlier, Amazon, Apple, you have Facebook, Google, those big monopolies in their respective industries. Now obviously we've been hearing a lot from Apple with regards to one major publisher, which is Epic Games, who is suing the company for unfair practices, for charging them for as much as 30% fee, which is they're contesting, is it beneficial to their customers? And their main game, popular game, which is Fortnite, got kicked out or banned in the Apple App Store. Now there's a recent report, according to a judge. Let's take a look here. So it says here that the judge is permanently restraining Apple from blocking Unreal Engine, but it won't force Fortnite. So meaning, Fortnite game will still not be available in Apple Store, but the Unreal Engine, which powers Fortnite and other games in Apple, in the iOS system, will still be allowed, to continue. And obviously, the concerns here, not just for Epic Games here, but other developers who uses the Unreal Engine to power their games would be at a risk here. And obviously, Apple is not too glad or too happy of what Epic just did, and they could just simply, found a way to retaliate in this case, which what we're doing in the first place is to block access to their Unreal Engine for updates so that users cannot use it anymore, and this would have a tremendous effect on their bottom line in terms of generating revenues here. And it was stated here, according to the judge, Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers, so stated that refused to grant Epic Games a preliminary injunction against Apple that would force the game developers to reinstate the Fortnite game. So meaning the game Fortnite is still back. That's the only reasoning behind it. But on the other hand, it granted injunction in terms of keeping Apple from retaliating, keyword is retaliate, against the Unreal Engine, which Epic owns. And it's not just Epic who owns the Unreal Engine. Other developers are using Unreal Engine as a platform to create games and entertainment. And as I mentioned here, the ongoing battle between the two companies is still ongoing. But it's a win scenario. You want to call it a win scenario for Epic for saving the Unreal Engine, meaning being not affected in a sense. So the issue of the matter here is when Epic decided to remove the in-app payment, which is requiring their customers to pay a percentage, not just to Epic but to Apple every time they purchase something on it. Now, obviously, Fortnite has a online game that you want to upgrade stuff or buy skins or aesthetics. You purchase with their currency by using actual money. So obviously, it generates tens of hundreds or even billions of dollars here. So obviously, Epic wants to have all the revenues here, not share with other companies. But obviously, Apple, who has the platform here, gets to dictate the terms here. And it's not also stated that, according to the judge, it stated that Epic Games and Apple are at liberty to litigate the action. So we still have to wait and see in the future what will be the final decision. Will it be in favor of Epic Games, or will it be in favor of Apple, stating that, for any future developers, you pay 30% is reasonable. Or on the other hand, if you're Epic Games, if it's in favor to them, that any future developers, can contest to Apple and say, we don't want to pay the fee, we just want to use your platform, and we should be allowed to use the platform without any repercussion here. So we still have to wait and see how that goes here. And it all goes down to the antitrust issue with Apple here, which goes back several years, because as Apple grew several years to decades now, their ecosystem is growing not just from the software component, but as well as in the hardware component. And they're not just streaming from computers to laptops, to desktops, to tablets, to iPhones. Now you have headphones, so they have a plethora of products and services they're offering, and they want to consolidate that and obviously take advantage of the market as well. And obviously it's difficult for other businesses to compete with them. And is that considered fair? Obviously, it's their prerogative to capitalize on their strengths, but at the end of the day, does this benefit the consumers as well? Obviously, if consumers are left with no choice, like for example, they're unable to play Fortnite, they can just shift to a different platform. In this case, go to Android device or maybe play on desktop and so forth, or other consoles so that they can play their favorite games. Now, will this have a significant impact? Maybe not, because Apple has other streams of revenue that they rely on. So, question is, will this help us in the long run in terms of the other developers? Obviously, they are waiting to see what would be the turnout here. And obviously, if you're a consumer here, you should be concerned here, not just how this turn out. How will this affect the customer experience of, should I be buying more Apple products in the future, or maybe I should consider looking for another brand in